Alright, hi everybody. It is March 3rd, which is notable because it's 3-3. And I figured I'd make another one of these little TCG in real life videos to show off this deck that I just made in this scanlation that I just did too. So a couple of days ago, this card came out. Rayquaza EX. I'm not sure how well you can see that on the video, but I will have a link to my scanlation of it that I made in paint.net. Where did I get the scan from? Yeah, probably PokeBeach. Um, if you happen to remember the original the early EX days, Rayquaza EX and Firestarter Blaziken, that's pretty similar to what this deck is. What's some good focus? I suppose that's good enough. So what this guy does, his first attack you'll probably never use, 170 HP, and it is of course an EX. This is from the upcoming Dragon Black White 5, whatever the Dragon set. Okay, so this is a Dragon type. If you're not familiar with what that is a the new type. It's not out in the U.S. yet. I think the Dragon Selection mini set's now out in Japan. But anyway, thus far, as of the making of this video, we don't know if there's going to be a Dragon Energy or anything like that. So far, it just seems that they're using kind of randomish requirements, kind of like they used to. So anyway, Rayquaza, as is tradition with him, he uses Fire and Lightning. And first attack is you discard top 3 cards. If there's any energy, they go on him. You know, okay, whatever. But more importantly, for 1 Fire, 1 Lightning, Dragon Burst, you can choose to either discard all the Fire or all the Lightning on him. And it does 60 times however many you discard. So if you discard 3, you pretty much kill anything in the game unless it's an Eviolated EX. Dragon weakness as always for the dragon cards. But here's the kicker. And you may be able to see right here 1 retreat cost on this thing. Somebody thought it would be a good idea to give this guy 1 retreat cost. And that forms the crux of what this deck does. As far as the guys built around him, this is also similar to the deck that I'm going to be running at States. I wanted to run the deck I'm going to play it against at States, but the 10s haven't come out yet, so I haven't been able to get my hands on Reshiram EX. At least not for a non-exorbitant price. Anyway, or in time. So the rest of the deck is, it's pretty much just going to be a Zekrom Eel deck, and just Electric, Zekrom, and go, 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 go. Just go. Just throw some basics, powerful basics in there and go. But with Rayquaza, it really changes the flavor of the deck, and I'm now thinking maybe I just want to stick with this, and when Rayquaza comes out, that's what I'll run, because I'm hoping he's going to be in a 10. This, by the way, is the full art artwork from some train promotion they're doing, I think, or some sort of promotion. So the full art in the set may be a little bit different, but anyway, I scanlated that one just because it looked like it was going to be a little. It was a clearer scan. The other one was like from a commercial or something. Anyway, so as far as the rest of the deck goes, we got 2 Zekrom, the Zekrom that's been shoved down our throats way too much, the Outrage Bolt Strike one. 1 Zekrom EX. I'd like to pick up another one, but that's probably not going to happen until the 10s come out. So just 1 for right now. That's all I have. And then what's probably the best energy acceleration in the format in the form of Electric. Stage 1, uncommon, very nice. For the basics, I only have 1 of the 40 HP Dynamo, so I'd rather run 4 of it. But, you know, the 30 HP one does have a free retreat, so it's not the end of the world. It's not too big a concern unless it's like versus QRAM, in which case it's a big concern. But, or other forms of sniping. But, I mean, Catcher's gonna... If you get Catcher, either Dynamo is gonna die anyway. And then just 2 other guys. 1 Cleffa. Cleffa, as I see it, is no longer a good starter. He's just a guy who you can grab out with a whatever and be like, okay, I just need new hand. I don't have a Pont right now, but I can get a Cleffa somehow, and just get that. So rather than being a starter, I see him more as a mid-game restore your hand guy. And then a Thundurus full art just because I happen to have it. It's an electric guy. It gets lightning energies out. It gets them in the discard. So cool. Huge fighting weakness with this deck, obviously. Especially if you tank Rayquaza out. But I don't really have a Thunder or a Tornadus. And I didn't pull any Zapdos either, so I guess I'm just gonna have to live with it. I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. Fighting doesn't have any energy acceleration, so it's not like super common. Terrakion and Six Corners and Donphan Prime are about it, so hopefully that won't bite me too much in the butt. But anyway, let's move over to energy, which I've got 10 lightning energy, which is maybe a little bit more than some people play, but I like to have ample amounts of energy to be slinging around. 4 fire energies, because I don't want I need one fire energy to stay on Rayquaza, and I don't want them all to get prized. So 4 fire energy really reduces the chances that, and actually I need two fire energies out of my Rayquaza, so that doesn't guarantee that I don't have any prized, but it provides enough in the deck that I can go with it. And then because of the focus on Rayquaza instead of Zekrom EX, whenever I go to states and I don't play Rayquaza, I'll probably just change these into DCEs and one into a lightning. And I'll just one DCE since it's not nearly as useful on Rayquaza, and one rescue, which is mainly there because I only run 1 copy of Zekrom EX. Okay, so moving into the trainers, and I forget how many trainers there are in this deck. There's a bunch. I'm not going to bother to count anyway. For this, let's see, we have 2 Sky Arrow, which probably is the most popular stadium out there, and this is absolutely key. What this lets me do is switch between 2 copies of these and Electric Abuse, and you can probably see where that's going. It doesn't take too much to figure that out. That's going to be extremely strong. It's going to be able to hit for 120 a turn, and without playing any energies from the hand. So if you can play some from the hand, you can throw on the 180 if you want to. For the supporters, I don't have any collector in my possession, nor do I really care about getting any, since it's likely about to be rotated out. So if I hear they're going to reprint it, I'll probably get some. But until then, I kind of hate that card. I think it's a little bit too strong. I would much rather them reprint Pokemon Fan Club, which is search the deck for only two basics and bench them instead of put them into your hand to use for collector fodder or for communication fodder. Hopefully they reprint that one instead, and get us a little bit away from the whole basic dominated format. But 3 copies of Juniper, because that's going to be better than Oak's New Theory in this deck. 2 Sages, again, to try to discard some Lightnings if possible. And 1 N just for some hand disruption, and a Cilan, which, even though this isn't a dump energy acceleration deck, it's still very nice for when you want to discard some cards from your hand, like with some of these items over here. And just to go ahead and bam, I've got 3 lightning energies I can discard from my hand. Actually, considering to run another copy of Cilan in this deck, but I'll have to see. And here are the lovely items. We have 2 Switch, 2 PlusPower, 2 Super Rod. I'm rocking the old school prints on those, which for Super Rod it's a completely different effect. Yeah, that's completely different. So I will have to carry around the reference for that one. Why is this smaller font on the new cards? Good grief. Anyway, and then I only have 2 catcher. The reason I haven't bothered to get more catchers is I'm pretty sure next set should reprint catcher, since it's in the Reshiram Zekrom EX Battle Strength decks in Japan. So I'm hoping next set reprints catcher, and I can just get some from pre-release or whatever. Let's see, we have 3 Eviolite, 2 Junk Arm, 2 Communication, and then down here a Level Ball, 1 Defender, just because I wanted to run Old School Defender along with PlusPower, and it helps out Zekrom and stuff too. So a Loss Remover, because that's just all around nice to have with Mewtwo as in DCEs running around. And this little card, which I kind of really underrated at first, probably because if you read it here and then you think computer search, this is an inferior computer search. But as it is, you discard 2 cards and then you get anybody from the deck. So a little bit more restrictive, or no, not restrictive, a little bit more destructive than Communication. A lot more destructive than Communication. But you can drop any 2 instead of having to trade in 1 guy. So those can be gotten back with Junk Arm, or if you just have to discard trainers, or if you want to discard some Lightning Energy, even better, because that's what you're trying to accomplish with Dynamotor. So anyway, that's this deck. It's got 2 cards that are unreleased. Ultra Ball, which isn't 100% crucial to the deck, but is definitely very nice card. I'm sure it's going to see a lot of play, primarily because it's about the only thing that can search out EXs reliably once Collector leaves the format. And also, just you can see there's a black border around these. Well, that's because I use TCGO code cards for the backs of my proxies. And again, if you want to check out these scanlated proxies, I'll probably upload them and link them in the description. So what we'll do now is I'm going to pause video, shuffle this deck up, and do some test games. Okay, so you may have to turn up your speaker a little bit if you can't hear me. I'm kind of well, actually not too much further away from the mic than I am with Battle Kid and stuff. So anyway, here we have our dice and stuff, and I was reading up on some regulations, and it's kind of recommended that the dice you use for rolling be a little bit different. So that's a little bit different, I guess. Anyway, so the deck we're going to be playing against is what is this? This is the deck I'm thinking on running, which is a pretty much Reshiboar EX. Starting to have a little bit of second thoughts on it. But anyway, hopefully you guys can see this stuff. I've got it delimited by some scissors and pins of the area I think you guys should be able to see. So hopefully this new methodology of doing stuff works out well. One of the things is I am going to have to be dealing with playing the stuff upside down, as I'm here at the top half, by the way. The camera is suited as if it's my opponent, so... Alright, let's roll, and this deck we'll call Tails. That would be a heads. So this deck will go first, and trying to decide, I wonder if I can make this video go upside down. We're going to see if we can just make this vid go upside down, and because that's probably going to work out a little bit better. So this deck will draw 5, 6, 7, and so yeah, some of the angles and stuff may look a bit off, because I'm not sure how well I can put up with stuff being all not whatever. So this deck won the toss, and we get some Tepigs, some Pecoms. So I think we'll throw down this Heavy Ball as well. So I guess hopefully stuff is flipped upside down. And you guys can see that pretty well. Also, Experience Share, I should point out, is a proxy for Eviolite, just because I can't find my other Eviolite proxies. So this deck leads off with Rayquaza, Tynamo, and Zekrom EX. I like Zekrom a little bit more as a lead, for some reason, just because Rayquaza takes some setup, and probably my favorite lead is normal Zekrom. But anyway, we'll go ahead and bench all those. Hopefully we can see all of them, and then place our 6 prizes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have a good play mat, by the way, so I'm using a blanket, which is nowhere near as good. But I do have some other play mats, but they were going to be a little bit too big or something like that. I didn't like it. Anyway, so hopefully you guys are seeing, once I flip these, hopefully you guys are seeing this up, or hopefully you're seeing them all right side up instead of all upside down. And I don't know how much glare you guys are seeing on some of these, but I'm seeing some significant glare on Active Tepig, which is also holographic Tepig, by the way. Anyway, so Tepig deck starts, and actually top decks Imbor and Pignites, so that's pretty nice. So we're going to Heavy Ball for Reshiram EX, which you can see is a proxy for since I don't have actual Reshiram EX yet. So that's what. Oh, if I did have Reshiram EX, I think that's the only thing I'm waiting on in this deck now, is those. So we'll bench that, and can't evolve anything to Pignite or anything like that yet. No rare candy to do it next turn either. So I guess we'll just start dumping energy on this Reshiram and pass. So I like how we have Zekrom and Reshiram out here now, and we may need to scoot some of these guys down, because we definitely want to be, now I suppose I could do it like this. Can I tolerate that? Yeah, I can tolerate that. I can tolerate that. Okay, so never mind about all the, flipping the video upside down and whatnot. I may still try it just to see if I can do it. But anyway, so this deck draws and gets some, I suppose I should be showing the hand like this now, eh? But whatever. Let's see, we get some Cilan, that's the only supporter, so we'll play that. And we'll get a Fire Energy for Ray, plus Lightning, and what else is in the hand? 2 Junk Arms, which is not exactly the #1 thing you want out on your opening hand. But 2 Lightnings are already in the hand, so I think I'll go ahead and get out another Fire as well. Just in case we get into another Rayquaza, because 2 Rayquazas are going to be needed for this deck to really start firing off. Okay, so we'll throw 1 on Zekrom, and not too much else to do, so neither deck gets a really particularly exciting start. And let me flip that, that'll make it easier on me. However, top deck are Rare Candy, so already we get into Emboar here. But like I said, neither deck really has anything going on right now. Tepig is stuck active. So oh, here we go. Here's something. Here's a Sky Arrow Bridge that helps helps stuff start to maybe happen. Another Lightning on Zekrom. And we get some dead stuff going on. Sorry, not too much excitement. Top deck's a Tepig, and nothing doing. This is why I like to run lots of energy. Okay, there's a Zekrom. There's something. So we'll put another Lightning, I guess, on Zekrom EX, and finally stuff can start happening. Glinting Claw gets the kill on Tepig. Gets this deck a prize. It's gonna promote. I guess that's gonna promote Reshiboar. Alright, there we go. There's Cilan. Cilan will, this is why we, this is the nice thing about, dump and draw, or dump energy, acceleration. You can just bam, Cilan, bam, and, all of a sudden, all of these fire energies, boom, they are now on Reshiboar. And just like that, all it took was 1 Cilan. I'll go ahead and throw down another Tepig. Let's see, do I need... Oh, and also, this is an Eviolite, remember. So we're going to put Eviolite onto to Reshiboar. And let's go for some Brave Fire with taking some recoil, but thanks to Eviolite, it's only going to be 30 points of recoil versus 60, 120, and 150 from that Brave Fire. So, ouch! That hurt. However, let's see, we have a Fire in the hand. Let's see, looks like our prize was a Super Rod. Junk Arm is not going to get me anything. This is why, by the way, why I don't like to run a lot of copies of Junk Arm. Because early game, well, I suppose if you're going off and you're able to play out multiple trainers your first turn, it's going fine. But I usually don't find that happening for me for whatever reason. Let's see, not too well. Let's see, Strong Volt can certainly be used. So I hate to kind of waste the fire, but I will waste the fire to do some back to Reshiboar. At the very least, it'll make it risky on future Brave Fires. Let's see, so that's going to be that's 120. We need 1 more damage, right? 120. It would do 130, so that 3 becomes a 4. Okay, so it's almost it has 10 more damage than this guy does. All right, so this deck draws. And I think we're going, what are we going to do? Let's P-Com. Trade out this Pignite, because I'd rather go ahead and get another, maybe a normal Resh? Nah. Get out the, oh, by the way, I'm also, I threw Burn Tower into this, this deck, as basically as a counter stadium. but it does definitely help out inboard decks. It's flippy, but I think it's a little underrated. It has some uses. Okay, so we'll throw that down in case we're able to get into a Cilan next turn. And there's last card in the hand is a switch. So I think at this point, pretty sure Glinting Claw is going to kill, right? Yeah, Glinting Claw kills. Okay, so Glinting Claw kills. That's 2 prizes off the EX. And what comes up now? Probably Zekrom. Zekrom, I guess, comes up. So what we draw here, draw an Ultra Ball. Okay, so that's some goodies that can happen. So we're gonna put fire, or will we? Yeah, we're gonna attach fire to Rayquaza. Ultra Ball, and we're gonna dump Super Rod. Well, if I dump Super Rod, I can't get my Zekrom. Whatever. Dump Super Rod and dump a Junk Arm. Screw it. And let's get out Electric. We need to get out. I don't remember if I don't think I have any catcher in that deck. I really have 2 in this one. I think that deck did have catcher, but then it went away. So so now that Electric's in play, we can start doing Dynamotor type things. And we'll throw one of those onto Mr. Ray. And nothing on Zekrom, so we have to pass. And let's see. Okay, another rare candy. One of those prizes was a DCE, so we'll go ahead and put that on Reshiram, and we'll also go ahead and Fandango that to Reshiram. I think we're going to... I guess there's not a lot of reason to switch right here. So I think we're just going to say Brave Fire. Screw it. Get another prize. And that's a 6, so no self-damage. So boom. Another prize. So Reshiram's going on a little beastliness here, and Rayquaza is forced to come up. There's Level Ball, which would have been kind of helpful. I don't think there's any useful items we can use. Nope, not really. So I guess we'll Dragon Burst, which will knock out the EX, and hopefully with the prizes drawn from that, we can make some comebacks going on. So this other Reshiboar will come up, and it will get its next energy, and here comes the counter stadium. So Skyward Bridge goes bye-bye, and that's bad news for this deck. So that's enough to do Brave Fire, right? Yeah. Doesn't get the self-recoil, so that's... I set up the rocks, and that's good for me. And 3 for 150, so that's looking pretty bad. That's looking really bad. However, we do get a Tine Ammo, and we get a Cleffa as well. Let's see, which might be a good idea to try to get going on. Let's see. I don't have an what I'd like to do is get Rayquaza able to discard 3, and which would one-shot Reshiram. Alright, we got Junk. I'm actually having to think about this now. Let's see. I could, if I wanted to do Cleffa, I could throw down Cleffa, Junk Arm these 2. No, I'd have to discard too many cards. So let's see. We're gonna throw down Cleffa, and retreat Ray for him, or for Cleffa. Yeah, Cleffa can have genders. Just trying to think. Do I wanna get anything back with Junk Arm before I eek? Like possibly a Super Rod. I kind of might want to use that Super Rod actually. Let's see. Level Ball would be nice to keep. Well, I can do this. I can discard the PlusPower and the Electric to use Junk Arm to get back Super Rod. Bearing in mind this is not the correct print of Super Rod. And then I can play Super Rod to get back the Electric that I just discarded, as well as 2 fires, because I want to try to keep my pool of fire energy fairly stable. So we'll shuffle those back in. Because that's the nice thing about Super Rod, is getting resources back that you might otherwise expend. Okay, and then the last card in the hand is Level Ball, so we'll eke that in. And even if Cleffa doesn't tank the hit with Sweet Sleeping Face, hopefully we still get a decent enough hand to make some stuff happen. Alright, so there's that. Cleffa goes asleep. If she stays asleep, she does not. This thing seems to be very heads happy, or very streaky anyway. So, fire energy here. And that's just going to be boom, Glinting Claw for another prize. And it's currently 3-2. Let's see what this deck has in its hand. And some Eviolite, some Defender, some Switch. So not looking too great for this deck right here. We're going to put up Ray, I guess. Well, actually, I think we'll put up the Tynamo first, and kind of see. This is where the free retreat Tynamo would be nice. Let's see. We can Dynamotor to get this Lightning back on there. What can we get with Level Ball? Almost well, I can throw a Defender on this Tynamo to force at least Glinting Claw. Force him to try Glinting Claw. We'll go ahead and attach this from the hand, so that if we can top deck a fire energy, maybe something can be used with this switch. That's a battle I got going on right here. So. Oh, you know what? I just realized I could have been using a freaking Burn Tower too. That would have been nice. But anyway. So Reshiram deck goes. Doesn't really need to do anything. There's Fisherman if another Reshi X came in play. But I think it's just gonna Brave Fire, just to for sure kill the Tynamo. And it's down to 1 prize. And so Electric's gonna come up, because we need this to be a fire or an out to a fire. And it's a fire! Oh my gosh. You kidding me, guys? Attach that. Dynamotor. Can be used while active, even if Electric himself is active. And then some switch action, ladies and gentlemen, to get Rayquaza up here. Get some Eviolite on him. Holy snots. And boom, we're going to Dragon Burst for 180. Ouch. 2 prizes gained. So Rayquaza is critically injured. However, he is up here looking vicious. And but look at that. There is a Reshiram here. So Tepig is going to come up. And with Fandango going on, we can with Fandango and with Fisherman, which is going to get back for fire. We can attach retreat that one. And then boom, all those onto Reshiram, just like the Rain Dance of old. And with that, Brave Fire for the game, unfortunately, despite that epic top deck on the fire energy. So so this deck did a little bit better than I thought it would. We're definitely going to have another match, but I think I'm going to split that up into multiple videos. So if the thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys for more TCG stuff later. Later days.